Guys, welcome to my channel Data King with Saket. So, in the last lecture, we studied about the concepts of statistics. What is statistics? What are the types of statistics? What descriptive statistics does? What inferential statistics does? That I taught, and what is population and sample that I taught. So, now in this today's lecture, we will focus on the type of data. Okay. So, I will take one table and I will explain you how this type of data actually works. So there are basically four types of data we have, that is structured data, unstructured data, cross-sectional data, time series data, six type of data that we have. Okay. So what is a structured data? This is the first type of data. So this is the type of data which is arranged in the form of table. Table means what? Rows and columns. So now let's say I will take one best example of structured data. Now let's say I are having let's say people. Here let's say I'll write people. I'll just write PO as people, and here I'll write age. Here I'll write A, B, C, and D. Okay. Age, let's say I'm writing 19, 20, 21, 22. See here the data is stored like this. Now here you are seeing that if you observe this data, this data is stored in proper structured way, where this people represents the people A, B, C, D, and age represents 19, 20, 21, 22. So from the structured data, you can able to gain lot of information. Even by seeing yourself, you can able to understand like, okay, this data means people A, B, C, D are the people, ages are 19, 20, 21, 22. So the benefit of structured data is you can understand lot of meaningful information from the data itself. So this is one of the advantage of using the structured data. Now let's say here here this is the best example. Let's say this time is there, here the time is there, here the haunt is there, outages are there. So these are one of the best examples to explain this particular concept. Now I'll go to my whiteboard. Here I created one more document for you guys to make you explain this concepts. See here you see the data is there in the form of the tables. Correct. Proper row column wise the data is been stored. Now the second type of data comes is unstructured data. So what is unstructured data? Obviously the simple definition of unstructured data means the data which is not in the structured order is called as unstructured data. Which is not there in the form of rows and columns is unstructured data. So if you see this image does not have any structure. Now, and one more example of this unstructured data is you are using chat gpt, right? In chat gpt you are prompting something, so that prompt is also an unstructured data, because that prompt is not in the proper sequential order or not in the proper row and column order. So that is why your unstructured data means working with images, working with text, all comes under the unstructured data. And one very important thing is in computer vision, in deep learning, especially in convolution neural network, we will be using this unstructured data. In machine learning and in ANN, like in deep learning, there is one concept called ANN. Till that, you will be using the structured data where the proper row and column is been there. The third type of data is cross-sectional data. So, what is this cross-sectional data? At one go, how much data you can able to collect is called cross-sectional data. Now let's say you take example of this particular data. In this particular data you can see OBS, income, gender, male, married, education. You collected these three records in same time. You gathered this record at same time. So the data which you can able to get in that particular instance of time is called cross sectional data. You got these three particular data in one instance of time at once. Once you downloaded the excel sheet, you got all of this data at once. So this data is called as cross sectional data. The fourth data that we have is time series data. See, in the graph, it's in the data itself. You see here there is time 1949 1, 1949 2, 1949 3, 1949 4. So here if you see that on first in the January month 1949, February month 1949, March month 1949. So here proper time period is been given to you, like January 1st this data, January 2nd this data, January 3rd this data. So this time series data is very 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 important to understand the growth of the company. Like let's say if you're having e-commerce company, you are selling t-shirts. You know that in October month most of my sales will happen due to festival occasions. So if you having time series data set, you can able to understand that okay, in October month I am having more amount of sales, so I should focus more on October month. In March month I don't have that much sales, so I won't focus on March month. So you can analyze the seasonality trend, these things and all you can understand using time series data set. In deep learning you will use RNN for this particular time series data set. The fifth data is univariate data. So univariate data means you are having the entire data set, right? But you are focusing only on one column and you are trying to get the analysis from that one column. So that type of data where only you are analyzing for one column is called as univariate data. Okay. Analysis of only one variable or one column is called as univariate data. The sixth type of data is multivariate data, where you are trying to analyze the data based on all of these things, like based upon household size, annual income, based upon number of pets, the annual income. So based upon these all factors, your annual income will depend. So that's here you are trying to analyze all of these three factors. That's why it is called as multivariate data. So I hope you understood the concept of all of these six type of data. So we will check in the document also once, so that you guys won't feel anything that I didn't explain you from the document. See, structured example means Excel data databases like SQL tables, Excel sheets, all comes under these things. Unstructured data means there is no predefined format. Yeah, but one the benefit of structured data is, as I already told, since the data is there in the structured way, you can easily able to understand the data. So analysis becomes easy. But for unstructured data, it is harder to analyze. You cannot use machine learning. You have to use deep learning algorithms to do it, because in every image you have the image is divided into pixels. So if you try to apply the neuron logic there, it will like take some lots of computational power to do it. So unstructured means text files, images, videos, social media post, all comes under these things. Cross-sectional data means collected at one point in time across multiple entities. Means what, you are collecting the entire data at once. Let's say if this data is there, you are collecting at once. Like survey of people income levels. You wrote the data, you collected this particular data from multiple houses in one moment. It is called as cross-sectional data. Fourth is time series data collected over time, hourly, daily, yearly is called. So this is how the particular time series thing looks like. For a best example is stock price predictions. So stock price means at 12, let's say if 9 a.m. my share value is 10,000. If 10 a.m. my share value is 11,000. At 12 p.m. my share value is 12,000. At 1 p.m. my share value is 13,000. What is my share price at 2 p.m.? That you can do using time series data. Then univariate data contains only one variable, means the analysis that you can do only for one particular variable. For best example, like heights of students in class. So here you will be having the heights column. In the heights column you will write all of the heights, let's say 5 feet, 5 feet, 5.1 means 5 feet 1 inch, 5 feet 1 inch. So like this, the date, only one column you are dealing is called univariate data. Multivariate means more than two data we are having. Best example is data set with student height, weight, age, sex also you can write. That is that depends upon you. So I hope you understood the concept of type of data. Now type of variables, very important type of variables. Okay, when I say about variables, we are having columns. We are dealing with columns, variables, features, columns, everything are same. It's just the word that we use. In statistics we will be using variables. The first thing is qualitative variables. So now let's say I will take one example to explain you the particular thing. Now let's say I am having a data like if you are having blood pressure, if you are having sugar, you have to predict whether a person will get heart disease or not. Target, that is, I'll write target means you have to predict whether a person will get heart disease or not. If let's say if this person has BP, is this person has sugar, then chances that he will get the heart disease. If a person does not have BP, if a person has sugar, then also he might get heart attack. If a person does not have both, then also the chances of he get heart attack will be then he won't get the heart attack. If let's say person does not have sugar but he have BP, then the chances of heart attack will be, let's say, not nil, let's say. So here what is happening here, all in this target variable, when you are trying to predict, you are having only two categories, 1 and 0, either yes or no. Yes means yes he might get, no means no he won't get. So qualitative means which describes the number of categories. See here we have two categories, that's why we call it as binary categories. If we have more than two categories, we call multivariate. So this is the thing. Now categorical. So in this qualitative variables, we like it consists of, it is divided into three different parts. One is nominal variables, categories without any order. Now let's say I will take one example. Let's say you are taking example of person. Let's say I'm taking example of person. So here person I will write it as P, okay, and here I will write it as blood group as BG. Blood G. Here I'll write person. PER means person. Okay. Let's say if person A has blood group as O. If person B has blood group of AB. If person C has blood group of A. Person D has, let's say, B positive. A positive, yeah, I'll write A positive, B positive. If let's say person C again has AB. So here if you see that this the data here which we have is not in the proper order. Depending upon the person, the blood group depends. So here there is no proper order. Let's say if the person now gets O, if person again gets AB, there is no sequential or fixed order. Similarly with the gender also. If the person he can be male, he can be female. Male comes, female comes, again female comes, again female comes, again male comes, again male comes. So there is no fixed order is there. This is called as nominal variable. Second is ordinal variable. Ordinal variable means always it comes in order. Now let's say I purchased a product. Let's say product product. Okay, and if my product rating is 5, like here customer will rate it, and based upon that we'll write remark, REMARK, remark. If we write remark, if we write if a person is give, if the product rating is 5, it means that it is excellent. Excellent. If product rating is 4, he will get good. If product rating is 3, you will get average. And if it is less than 3 means it is poor. So here if you see that here proper order has been there. In here, see here A person O blood group, B person AB blood group, C person A. There is no fixed order here. But here we predefined it. Like if 5 comes means excellent, excellent will come. 4 means good, 3 means average. So when you purchase anything from e-commerce market also, there also you will observe that this excellent, good, average, poor will come. So here this particular thing is in order. Customer satisfaction, education level, let's say first you complete 10th, then you complete 12th, then you complete graduation, then you complete masters, then you complete PhD. Proper order is there. So now the third thing comes in this thing is categorical variables. See, categorical variables means it is nothing but the data which is combination of nominal, it sorry, this data can be either nominal or ordinal. So okay, general term for variables, which qualitative variables we use categorical variables. It is divided into groups or categories, nominal or ordinal. Okay. So these are about the qualitative variables. Now next comes is quantitative variables, that is numerical variables. This measures the quantities, means numbers. So here let's say if I take example, let's say if my house area and price. Let's say I'll take example of house example, and here I'll write area and price. If my area is in, let's say, Bombay or Mumbai, you can write anything. If it is in Bombay, your price, the price will be 50,000. Here, if I say about Hyderabad, let's say Hyderabad, here you will get, let's say, 35,000 rent. 35. If I say about Bangalore, then it is giving me, let's say, 40,000 rent of the house. So here what is happening? The column of price, the numerical column, here it is not arranged in the form of categories. Not arranged in the form of categories. In the form of numbers it is arranged. Numbers. That's why it is called as numerical columns. So in the next lecture we will study more about the interval variables, ratio variables. Okay. So that's it guys. So I hope you like this lecture. Please do like, share and subscribe guys. So thank you guys.